It has been billed as one of the great survival stories. When Jose Alvarenga washed up on a remote atoll in the Marshall Islands last week, it sounded unbelievable. How did a day-long fishing trip become a 13-month ordeal at sea? One where survival depended on turtle blood and catching fish by hand. What of his young companion, who apparently died after just a few months? There are so many questions and still so much doubt over whether this incredible tale is even true. Reporter Tristram Clayton and cameraman Grant Findlay are in the Marshall Islands, where they have spoken with Jose Alvarenga and filed this exclusive report.
Frail, confused, but alive. For more than a year, Jose Alvarenga drifted alone in a small boat in the vast Pacific Ocean. For more than a year, he didn't see or speak to a single human being. And now this.
I know you are all very interested.
Imagine what must be going through his mind.
But we thank God that, he survived that guy. And he's I would say he's a lucky guy.
So far, everything he's told us has proven true. So I have no reason to doubt him.
Jose Alvarenga and a young friend set off from a port in southern Mexico for a day's fishing sometime towards the end of 2012. We're told there was a storm and a problem with the boat's engine. They lost power and drifted further and further out to sea. After a month or so, Jose's companion died of starvation.
But Jose endured, somehow surviving on raw seagull and turtle meat, caught with his bare hands. For hydration, he drank rainwater and his own urine. To protect himself from the sun, he spent most of his time under a large plastic fish bin. Then, after 13, possibly 16 months, he washed up in the Marshall Islands, a distance of almost 11,000 kilometres. Here he is 3 days after making landfall, arriving in the capital Majuro. The man helping him is Majuro Hospital's head nurse, Andy Enos.
For me, I was a little bit nervous that time. That day was, 13 months. I was, wow.
Really?
I tried to be calm and then do my part, helping out of the other boat. And I was trying to reassure him that, everything is going to be fine, we'll just go into the ambulance and to the hospital, and then we'll see what we can do there.
Incredibly, Jose spent just one night in hospital. The fact he recovered so quickly and didn't appear malnourished has created suspicion and skepticism around the world. So, what's the truth? We flew into the tiny atoll nation last Wednesday. That night, an official from the Mexican embassy arrived from his base in the Philippines.
You've come a long way. You must be looking forward to seeing Mr. Alvarenga.
Yes, I think I'm going to go see him right now.
Right, great.
See how he's doing. We're going to plan what is going to happen next.
Sure.
And then we're going to have a nice chat with you guys and tell you everything.
Look forward to it.
The next afternoon, the Marshallese authorities organised a press conference. This would be an opportunity for us and the one other overseas TV crew who'd managed to make it to Majuro to ask our questions.
Yo hablo, dándole las gracias al gobierno.
Mr. Alvarenga says thank you to the government here for all the help,
Mis amigos,
for his friends that have helped him along the way here. Mr. Damien with Foreign Affairs and Immigration.
cuidado.
We wanted to ask Jose about his journey, what happened to his companion, what was going through his head when he saw land for the first time in nearly 400 days at sea. But
I don't think we're taking questions right now. He's not willing to talk too much right now. He has to get back for his medical checkup. So,
May I ask one question?
I don't think he's.
Can you get him to describe his own condition?
Está bien por tu, dice, de su salud.
Me siento bien.
He's gone through a lot and still recovering, but he's in good health right now. He's just a little dehydrated, but everything else is good with him. So
The doctors are waiting for him.
and with that, the press conference was over.
Before he departs Marshall Islands. So
As soon as possible. There's two things.
I did manage a brief introduction,
Muchas gracias para hablar con nosotros.
but Jose was unwilling or unable to say anything more.
What's the status in Mexico?
We are investigating that. We believe he didn't have one.
Is there any chance that he could go back to Mexico?
I believe that if he wants to come back to Mexico in the future and he gets his proper paperwork and everything and does it through the legal channels, he will be more than welcome.
But at this stage, when he leaves here, what's likely to be his route?
So I think he's going to go through the States, probably straight to El Salvador and then to his hometown. His parents and his daughter have said that they really want to see him. He really wants to see them as well. They sent him some pictures, I guess, through the internet or something. He almost broke down crying when he saw them.
There's been some skepticism about some aspects of his story. What do you think really took place there?
At this stage, it checks out. I know those first pictures with the beard and the hair and everything, but now that he's had a haircut and I've been able to see him up close, he has scars on his fingers and feet. His legs are swollen. There's more signs that something did happen to him.
In the hospital car park, the kids play baseball oblivious to the man being treated inside. But a few blocks away, the world's most famous Castaway is still the talk of this town, home to half of the country's 60,000-strong population.
Even a week after Jose Alvarenga washed up on Ibon Atoll, it's still front-page news. Today's headline, Miracle Man. This is, after all, a story that has the world talking, something those who live here in the Marshall Islands have never really experienced.
Oh, everybody's been talking about this for couple of days now, and people can't believe that for 13 months you can actually live on sea without food, water. You have to figure out on your own how to, survive out there.
It is truly an amazing story of survival. We have been satisfied that what he told us, even in his early period of incoherence and inconsistencies, have sort of checked out. He's never been on an airplane, ever. He thought that Skype was yet another illusion. Some of the things that he's seen on his trip, but he's adjusting.
But we hadn't come to speak to officials. We wanted to speak to Jose directly. We did spot him from time to time, but on the whole he spent most of his time in his room. Young American minders with him inside, security guards and police outside.
Wait.
One prison-like existence swapped for another.
Who are you calling? What's the problem? Hi.
Hi. Still doesn't want to talk, sorry. He doesn't want to, I'm sorry.
Hey. You cannot call me.
Sorry?
Sorry.
You just told me he wasn't there.
No. You cannot come here.
It now seemed clear that Jose wasn't going to talk to us or either of the two American TV giants who'd just arrived.
Whether this is because he's been paid off by someone, been banned from talking by officials, or simply because he doesn't yet feel strong enough to talk isn't clear. But it is a shame, because Jose Alvarenga is an extraordinary man who survived an ordeal beyond anyone's comprehension.
As to whether every aspect of his journey is the real deal, as those we spoke to believe, or whether something else is at play, like most of the world seems to believe, well, you'll just have to wait till the movie comes out.
Tristram Clayton reporting on a remarkable and mysterious story.